Man, Janet Jackson is out here beefing with the Michael movie. I guess she came out and she was saying that she doesn't like how the moviegoers are going about it, not asking the family certain stuff. Feel like they're just going about producing a Michael movie the way that they feel that they need to produce it instead of how the family produce it. And she feels like the family's not getting no input into the movie, and then that it's just it's a bad look. If you're not going, you got living, siblings here, and you're not actually asking them, hey, this, that, how this went, because they have firsthand knowledge of, Michael's story and what Michael had went through the whole thing. So what you guys think about that?
See, I think that she's not wrong for feeling like that. You feel me? But the thing is that there were others that had input in the movie. So I think if it's not, I think it's Jermaine who had input in the movie. I don't want to say the nephew, if not Jermaine's son is playing Michael in the movie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the family was involved. She just don't like the movie, bro. She just don't like that shit.
It makes it seem like it's just her that has the issues. Her mom, Catherine, no issues. They said the brothers, the rest of the family is no issues. I think it's just her.
Well, I think I agree with Janet. Like, they had plenty of time. I hate when studios make movies about a certain individual when they pass, like, because it's never gonna be correct. Like, it's always gonna be some bullshit. Just like when they had the Pac movie, they wanted to put Pac was getting raped in damn prison. Like, you feel me? Like some bullshit shit like that. Like, so we don't know what's going on in the movie that they was writing the script where Janet felt that.
See, but even with that Tupac situation, as long as the estate is involved, then they have a say in it, bro. So if the Michael Jackson estate, if the family's involved, then they have a say in certain shit to go certain ways, bro. If Janet don't like the way something is being portrayed in the movie, she either needs to I don't agree with Janet. I think she either needs to either give more of an input, like make herself more available so that they can ask her maybe questions about Michael, about how the family dynamic was. How was the music situation? How was it with Barry Gordy coming up? Like, what are things that you remember? And she may be able to contribute in a different way. But if she's only giving minimal input, she don't want to be involved in shit like that, but that's on her.
They did ask her to be involved numerous
times.
She didn't want to. She didn't want to. So at that point, you shouldn't have shit to say.
You shouldn't have nothing to say.
And then right now, I'm thinking right now, like, if my nephew or my grandchild was in a movie, I might just say it was a great movie. So Catherine and Jermaine and them just might be saying it's a great movie because it's the grandson playing the Michael Jackson role. So you're not going to say it's a whack movie.
Well, Jermaine had a lot of hearsay, though, because that's what she was saying. That's what she was debating. She's like, bro, you had a lot to say about this, bro. Obviously, Jermaine's whack as fuck. He's definitely going to be like, yeah, my son's in it. So he's going to obviously hold that. He's going to be like, yo, my son's in it. Like, he's a main character.
But I wouldn't say he's whack as fuck because he's, if anything, what is he, like the second oldest?
You know what?
So he would know, he would have more knowledge. Wouldn't he?
I think Jermaine might be whack as fuck for real, because wasn't Jermaine the brother that got his bitch stolen by his brother, and then the brother, hold on, research department, do the research, look that up real quick. So hold on, time out. You know what, bro? I'm definitely not, bro. Listen, bro. Hey, listen. I was about to say that I'm against Janet, bro. But you know what? Now being that Jermaine is a whack ass lame nigga, bro. The movie, you know what? What was you saying, Donovan? I might be with you, bro. I might be with you. I forgot.
If my son is playing the key role, of course I'm gonna back it 100%. And she's not saying she didn't like some of the shit that was being implemented. She was just like, yo, I don't want to be part of it. But it's crazy because how you gonna put a picture? How you gonna paint a movie about the biggest icon in the world and not introduce his sister, which was she was top tier second, bro. If you think about that family, you think about
that's on her.
Yeah, but you gotta put her in there.
I know, but she, like I said, she's the person, or he's Jermaine. Yeah, he didn't get his girl took, but he went after his little brother.
Oh, that's worse.
That's even worse.
Oh shit!
But
he was whack,
he's
bro.
a super lame.
Like I said, he's one of the oldest, right? So who would have more knowledge than him? Not Janet Jackson.
Bro, my nigga Edge is tattooed on, bro. That nigga's corny, bro.
But
that nigga got the chicken, the rooster head up here, bro.
But what I'm saying is, you got an older brother, Chris.
Yeah.
Who would have more knowledge about family's history? Honestly.
No,
you or him.
No, you know what? That's not how it works. Because to be honest with you, what you just said is TTO know that's not true. I know the most about the family history. The same way how we know how like GI family works. You would think that would like saw someone. GI knows the most actually, bro. You feel me? How family dynamic works is it's all about who's the most connected. It don't matter who's the oldest. It's all about who gave a fuck the most. So she might feel like she was around Catherine, she was around Joe, she was around all the kids. She was involved in certain things. So she may feel like she has intimate knowledge that they're not willing. But here's the thing: it's on her to give the intimate knowledge, bro.
That's and she didn't want to give it.
True, but if you're the A side, which Jermaine is the A side because his son is playing the key role. She's not really. It's gonna be. She's an uphill battle. She's gonna lose, bro.
I don't think that it's an uphill battle that she's gonna lose. I just think that Janet just wants the movie to be done right. If you're gonna portray my brother, which is a global icon, probably the biggest artist that ever touched this earth, you want to do the movie the right way. Like you've seen movies be done about other artists that weren't done right. Now you can't fuck up a Michael. They already had a few Michael bullshit while he was alive that was bullshit. Flex Washington, I'm talking to you, homie. That shit was garbage.
I didn't watch that
but
that's an absolute classic. It's a classic.
It's a classic. It was funny.
Flex, nigga, I was like, no fucking
was
way,
trash.
bro. Was it
Flex
trash?
Washington was just came out and just put
It was trash.
baby powder in his face.
It was trash.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I just think that she has a right to feel that way, and I feel like Janet was the child that everybody at least like admired, that they liked, right? Even if it was Joe, if it was Catherine, everybody at least liked it her. So Michael, that was Michael's favorite out of everybody. It was Janet.
She was a star.
Yeah, so Michael had a close relationship with Janet.
Yeah.
So Janet would know what Michael wants out of this movie. So for her, if she's saying Janet's voice should speak volumes over anybody in the family, right? Catherine is old. She's not gonna say what. She's just gonna go along with the get along. She doesn't know no better. So Janet is the one that's gonna sit out there and be like, yo, listen, my brother would not have liked this. No, this did not go this way. Yeah. So she has the right to voice her opinion, and I think that these moviegoers should take her input into consideration, like if whatever it is.
This is why I'm always gonna champion Marvin Gaye estate.
Yep.
Goddamn. My dog Purple Rain. Prince estate.
Yeah,
I'm always salute all the boys, bro. Only cause you'll never hear none of this fuck shit happening. You'll never, cause them boys got an ironclad in their shit. Hey, bro, I don't want this. I don't want that. This is not happening. Like that's not happening. Yeah. Ain't nobody doing it. And I ain't gonna lie, their estates honor them in a way that like you'll never see no like unauthorized biopic going out. You'll never see that shit happening,
but it
bro.
was a little different, Michael kind of towards the end, shit was kind of, that's why his estate's like
problem,
that,
bro. I know that's a problem, bro. His kids, go ahead.
No, this comes out April 24th. I'm gonna be the first person to watch it.
I don't know if I'm gonna go to theater.
No, you're not gonna be the first person to watch it. I know a nigga named Sip Slowly, bro. He gonna be the first one to watch that shit.
Man.
No, that nigga right there, bro. He gonna be the first one. You heard me, bro?
I'm definitely gonna be. So do you guys think the family should have the last say so, or should the studio who is investing the money be the ones who have the last say so in how this movie turns out?
No, the family, definitely the family, because it's you're portraying our family. So I should always have the last say so.
I think that the family is going to be way too emotionally attached. The family will always like see things from one perspective. They'll never be able to take a step back and really give the totality of the story. I think that the like the movie housing, like whoever's doing the movie, whether it's Warner Brothers or whoever, Lionsgate, whoever, they're that because they know what to do. They're that because they know they have the team to take the perspective that you might not be seeing. Like I think that if we look at the original Michael Jackson movie, the Jackson movie, the original one,
great movie.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
But I think that that's because there was probably input from the family.
Everybody was live.
I think that there was input from the family, but ultimately the theater, like whatever the movie housing, they were able to do their thing, bro. Because I don't think that Joe would ever want them to know that they told Michael them to go outside and get a switch 5 times, 6 times over and over and keep whooping their ass. That's not something that you want portrayed, bro. But that's something that tells the totality of why they grew up, how they grew up. Like what's the like that tells the whole story. I think that the family's always going to be too emotionally attached. You should always get their input, of course, but they can't have final say, bro. Who has final say should be the movie theater, the movie housing.
100%, because they're mostly putting out all the money.
The money, yeah, but also I think they have the best input, like like they can have make the best output. Like the best outcome can come from them shooting it the way they see it, bro. I don't think the best outcome comes from you being like a brother being like, well, I don't think that he would have wanted he would want y'all to do the scene where he ran out the house because the house was burning and he had his dirty drawers on. Well, I need you to tell the story of when he had the dirty drawers on, because that tells the story of how this nigga was irresponsible and didn't do this, and this thing was so damn done that he ran out the house when I was like. It tells the story of it.
You're moving away from reality then to entertainment. So the studio's gonna want to show an entertainment aspect of it. So yeah, I agree with you.
Entertainment, yeah.
I think the family should always have the last say so in it, because if you look at the Jackson 5, what made it so great. Because we had everybody alive. Barry Gordy was alive. Michael was alive. Joe was alive. All the brothers alive. You was able to get the real, authentic version of what happened in that movie.
But I don't think they gave the final input. I think that they gave their input. I agree, because that's why they were all alive, like you said. So they were able to say, "Hey, I know that this was happening. I know that's happening." So they were all able to say certain things.
Bro,
but I don't think they had the final say.
They said one of the most. I know we're gonna get to this next, but they said one of the most authentic movies that's ever been put together as a bio is the Jackson 5 and the Temptations.
Of course.
Like those movies were done right. Like from like there was no slip up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was done right. That's why I feel like it should absolutely fall on the shoulders of the family to say what goes on the movie and what goes off the movie. If you don't want this part of it being on there, you don't need to be a part of it. That's up to the family.
So you think that it can't be up to the family. So in the Temptations movie, when David Ruffin was doing all the things he was doing, you think that certain things that were depicted in that movie they would want depicted, or it needed to be depicted? If you left it in the hand of the family, they would say, no, don't put that in there because I don't want my family member depicted like that.
I mean, but like even when Joe, I don't think Joe wanted the movie to predict
to predict them as
a switch hitter.
But I'm telling you, it needs to be in there.
But it needed to be in there because Michael looked at it like, hey, this what happened.
So I'm saying I think that if you leave it up to the family says take that part out the movie. Yeah. If you leave it up to the movie, if you leave it up to them, they say, hey, leave that shit in there because it tells the whole story, bro.
Absolutely right,
Michael, them niggas only, like, if Michael, them niggas mentioned that, hey, my dad was whooping us with a switch and made us go outside and get a switch every time, the producers wrote that down and it just kept it rocking. Then they put it in the movie for a reason, bro, because it tells the totality. But I'm telling you, if you leave it in the hand of the family, like to have the last say, I'm not saying they should have no input, but if you leave it in their hands to have the last say, you get a bad movie.
A lot of shit get watered down and the movie's bad.
There it goes.
That's true. But
if we took away anime getting beaten,
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. One thing about it, there's a scene where my nigga walks into the. Do you remember when he walked to the diner?
Yeah.
And they're both sitting at the table. He slapped the fuck out the homegirl first, then he slapped. I don't think you understand. There's a level of authenticity, bro, that needs to be there, bro. They might not want that shit told, but the movie didn't understood. He walked in that bitch to eat the cake, bitch. Bow.
Yeah. You talking about Ike?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, wait, you talking about Tina Turner?
Hold on.
Hey, Ike will play.
Ike walked in that bitch,
that was
bro.
a great movie.
That's on my list, my nigga.
That's a great movie.